Hey everybody, welcome back to Ghost Master in Intermediate English. In the last episode, we made the transition from Act 1 to Act 2 because we completed all the missions in Act 1. So, therefore, we are now in Act 2. Being in Act 2 actually gave us a couple new ghosts, which I will show you in one moment.
The mortals of Gravenville are sorely shaken by your victories. Now you must capitalize on your successes by taking away their sense of security. Hell Street Precinct Station serves much of the city and is a bastion of order and civic duty. The perfect target. Empty it of all mortal presence, and you cannot fail to spread fear into the heart of the city.
As I said, we did get some new ghosts in Act 2. These ghosts include Quiver, who is very similar to Boo and Wendell, Hypnos, which is our first Sandman ghost, or a ghost that could be bound or spawned on someone who is sleeping or in a bedroom. And finally, Buck. Buck is a dog. Very simple ghost, very similar to Sick Puppy, but Buck is a classic ghost in this game. In this mission, we have to scare everyone away. It is one of the best scare missions in the whole game, so we are just going to use the recommended team.
Empty Hell Street Precinct Station of all mortal presence.
So you could see here, we are at the precinct or a police station. And in this level, there are actually two ghosts to unlock. Or at least it looks like that. This is one of the few missions in the game that has a ghost you can't really see here. So I'm going to highlight the dirt over here, right? I'm going to highlight the grass or the dirt, whatever you want to call it. And when I do so, you'll notice that square, that empty square on the bottom left corner lights up. Why is that? You'll also notice that stone wall also can be bound to grass and dirt. So that gives us a clue. Why is that bottom left square lighting up? Well, watch this. Very simple, but there's a secret ghost in this level, guys. There's a ghost that you can't see. It looks like there's only two, but there's actually a third one. So how do we get this ghost? We're going to take Stonewall and bind him to this bonsai tree right here. There's a little bonsai plant tree right here. So we're going to bind Bonsai, and he unbinds instantly.
Banzai discovered, servant to your noble cause, a royal spirit.
And just like that, we actually have a new Earth Elemental ghost, Bonsai. Bonsai and Stonewall are the two Earth Elemental ghosts of this game. So yeah, she functions very similarly to Stonewall. They may have some unique powers, but they're mostly very similar. But yeah, new ghost. So we already have one of the ghosts. Before we start scaring everybody away, I want to introduce you to the two ghosts we have to unlock in this level. One of them is a little challenging, so it will be interesting, I think. Let's start with the easy one, Electrospasm.
I never meant to kill no one, but I guess I did, and I guess I deserve the chair because of it. Last one I was. Last to go on this chair before local cops stopped administering the juice. Now I'm stuck here. Got all this power, but nowhere to flow it.
Okay, so very simple. To explain, if you didn't understand, he killed someone and now he is bound to it, the electric chair. He was sentenced to death. So all he wants to do is get out of the chair. How could we get him out of the chair? Well, you'll notice on the wall here, there is a switch. And very similar to Weather Witch from the first episode, we could bind our electrical ghost, Cogjammer, to the switch and use his power, Wild and Crazy, which will flip the switch. The chair starts to spark, and
How long have I been sitting on that dang chair? All I ever dreamed of was freedom.
And electrospasm is unlocked. Okay, so the next ghost, which is slightly challenging and one of my favorites to unlock, I find it really fun, is actually Blue Murder, a police officer ghost. So let's talk to Blue Murder.
Excuse me, citizen. Maybe you could help me? Seems that I was set up. The punks I was bustin' were waiting for me, guns in hand. I reckon their source is on the inside. A cop on the take, you know. I gotta know who it was. I'll bet he's having nightmares of being found out. I wonder how much my life was worth.
Okay, if you didn't understand, that's okay. But essentially, one of the cops in this precinct actually set her up, or kind of put her in a situation that jeopardized her life, and she ended up dying. So one of her fellow cops got her killed. So we have to find out who the crooked or bad cop is. As you can see in this room, there is some money. If you were a bad cop, you would probably try to steal money. So we basically have to catch one of these cops stealing money. But Officer Andrew Haid is guarding or protecting the money, making sure no one could go in that room. So let's get rid of Andrew Haid so we could begin scaring people. So let's try to scare this guy a little bit. We'll use chase, and we'll start using various powers on him. Okay, get him out. Very nice. We basically don't want this guy to be in here. We want to get him out. Spooky surprise. Perfect. We also have to be very careful to not scare away the bent or bad or crooked cop, which is actually this guy, Norman Franz. So let's continue scaring away Andrew Haid. Andrew Haid has to go. Let's use... why not? Why can't I... Crazy. Okay. We don't have enough plasm to use that ability. Let's use Trap to trap Andrew. Let's use Buck and Moon Scream to scare this guy while he's trapped. Very nice. You can see we're using Spooky Surprise, Scattered Swarm. Okay. What else could we do? There's a puddle right there, which means we could summon Thorn, who could be summoned to water. And let's trap him again. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's use Numb to scare him more. Beautiful. And that should be the end of Andrew Haid. Now, since no one is protecting the money, Norman should come... Yep, you could see he's already close by. He should already be coming down here on his own. But while we wait for Norman, the bent cop, let's start scaring people. So what we could do to actually get rid of a lot of these guys is we could use Cog Jammer and actually unlock the prison cells. Could use Wild and Crazy on the switch, and it actually unlocks all the jail cells. And, you know, if you were a prisoner and all of a sudden the doors just opened, you would run away too. So all of the frat guys and whoever these criminals are going to run away, giving us less work to do. Okay, what else could we do? Let's see. We also have the professor who really tried to, you know, shoot our friends last episode. He went to jail, rightfully so. But we're actually going to free him as well. We're going to use Electrospasm, and we're going to use Strange Behavior, which will cause the switch to also open his prison cell. And he'll just leave as well. Goodbye, Dr. Kraus. Psychopath. Okay. Let's mess with these people in here. You can see there's a lot of mortals in here, and we're going to scare everybody. Okay, let's just keep attacking. We got a water machine in here, or water. Yep. Okay. Let's do trap. Very nice. Everyone's getting super scared. That's what we like. You could see some of the prisoners have ran away. Okay, what else could we do? Could we put anyone else in here? No. Oh. Look at that. Norman stealing the money.
This guy's as bent as my bullet hole badge. Get him over here.
She said, get him over here. So with blue murder, we're going to use obsession. And that will make Norman go into that room. Oh, and when he goes in that room, she is not going to be happy. I mean, sorry. Norman will not be happy when he goes into this room. So watch this. Uh-oh. Okay, spooky surprise. Come on, do it. He's laughing at her.
Read you your rights, scumbag, but you ain't got any. Hope the money was worth it, 'cause your soul ain't worth a dime.
Hey, and he's gone. Pointing at her body and laughing like an asshole. But that's okay. Oh no, these guys are still in here? Let's free them again. Let's get them out of here, huh? They ain't do nothing. Free my guys over here. Alright, let's open that prison cell again. Get out. Come on, run. You don't gotta be in jail. Uh-oh. What? Homer, what are you doing? Get out of here. Let's chase Homer out. Let's help him leave. Very nice. Okay. So, let's see what is going on upstairs. Ooh, we could get a big ability in here. So, Electrospasm has this ability called Surge, which electrocutes everybody who's in the room. Does a lot of... It really scares people. You could see their fear meter went up a lot, and that actually got some people. Unironically, it got some of the cops. Very cool. So let's just keep wreaking havoc, shall we? Let's see. Cog Jammer could go here. Thorn could go here. Moon Scream could go here. Oh, yeah. Big scares. Oh, my goodness. Let's use Cacophony. My goodness. We are emptying this place fast. People will be gone very soon. Officer Kate Krause is not very scared. Why don't we change that? Let's put Stonewall here. And let's put Bonsai on this side. We don't want Bonsai to use... Oh, no. I don't want Bonsai to use Quake, because Quake will cause a big earthquake and destroy a lot of the computers and the water fountain, which will actually prevent us from being able to bind the ghosts to those objects. So we don't want to lose them, so I'm going to be a little careful with Bonsai here. I don't want her to accidentally use this ability. Okay, let's do you over here. Oh, no abilities ready, huh? Okay. We need more ghosts that could go in different locations. Let's see. Put you here. Gushing blood. This will cause the puddle to turn into a pool of blood. I believe, right? You could see the water turned red, and there you go. Now it's gushing blood, as we say in English. Okay, very cool. Everyone's almost gone already. This guy is not that scared. Let's scare him. He's not scared enough for me. Okay. Moon Scream, do your thing. Oh my goodness. Let's do Cacophony here. Nice. Almost everyone's gone. So close. Maybe we could do... Ooh. Oh, she's gone already, Diane Hutt. Ursula. Let's get this nurse Ursula out of here. We could do this. Use twisted vines, which will create vines from the ground. Very nice. That scared Ursula and Weasel. Oh, almost done. Almost done. Okay. You could see Thorn actually has possessed Officer Kate Krause. Possession is an ability that allows a ghost to possess or follow around a mortal, casting spells, which kind of turns the mortal into a new fetter or a place to spawn the ghost for us, which is really cool and really convenient. But we want to make sure that we don't forget about that, because if we left the ghost on, the mortal would stop getting scared. Where is this guy? Come on. Let's swallow him. Swallow. Swallow. Very nice. And where are you? Oh, come on. You're done too, right? All right. Where's Ursula? She's just about done here. Chase. All right. Let's despawn. Let's unsummon Thorn. So she now, Officer Kate Krause is able to be scared again. And let's mess with her. Now we'll use Earthquake because she's the only one left. Oh, that's actually Trap. Now let's do Earthquake. And you'll see the screen is going to start shaking because there's a massive earthquake. Yeah, she doesn't seem that scared. Let's do Thorn again and do Buried Alive, which is like Swallow, but much stronger. Oh, you can look at all that. Look how much that increased from one ability. My goodness. All right, let's bench all of our ghosts. And just like that, we completed our first mission in Act 2. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.